All right, let's jump right in. We're going to talk about that one thing that drives every English learner crazy. Finally, understanding the super fast, natural English you hear all around you. You know, in movies, on the street, everywhere. Sound familiar? You spend all this time studying, you know the words, you get the grammar, but then two native speakers start chatting and it's like whoosh, your brain just hits a wall. It's a feeling we've all been through. I'm going to go out on a limb and say, yes, this has totally happened to you. You feel completely lost, maybe a little embarrassed, and you start wondering what's wrong. But I'm here to tell you, you are not bad at English. The problem is something else entirely. And that is a promise. By the time we're done here, you are going to have the exact tools you need to train your ear for real-world speed. We're going to shift you from that feeling of panic to a feeling of confidence. So let's do this. Okay, first things first. We have to bust a huge myth. Most of us think, oh, I just need to learn more words. But that's not it. That's not the real reason you freeze up. This slide, right here, this explains everything. On the left, you've got studied English. It's what we learn in a classroom, super slow, perfectly clear. But on the right, that's real English. It's fast, it's messy, it's squished together. See, you've been training for the language on the left, but you have to live in the world that speaks the language on the right. And here it is, the big idea. Real English is compressed English. Words get stuck together, sounds just vanish. You know, like when did you eat yet becomes did you eat yet? Your brain isn't slow, not at all. It's just listening for something that isn't there. You haven't trained for this specific skill yet. All right, enough theory, let's get our hands dirty. We're gonna listen to a short, totally normal, everyday conversation, and we're gonna pull it apart piece by piece. Just listen first, no pressure. So the first person asks, hey, did you end up going to that thing last night? The phrase to focus on here is end up going. It's not the same as just saying, did you go? It's got a little extra something. So when you use end up going, you're suggesting there was some doubt. Maybe they weren't sure they could go or they were debating it. It's like asking, so what was the final call? What happened in the end? It's a tiny change that makes it sound so much more natural. And the response? Oh, this is a gold mine of compressed English. Nah, I was gonna, but I kind of bailed. I was exhausted. Let's break this down, because almost every word in here is a shortcut. First up, gonna. This is the absolute classic reduction of going to. Nobody, and I mean nobody, says I was going to. It just flows together. Try saying it. I was gonna. You can feel how much faster that is, right? And next we've got kinda. It's the exact same idea. It's the compressed spoken version of kind of. So instead of a clunky, I kinda bailed, it's just, I kinda bailed. It softens what you're saying, and people use it all the time. Then we get to bailed. This is a fantastic piece of slang. It just means you decided to cancel your plans, or you left a party early. And no, we're not talking about escaping from jail here. It's just a casual way to say, yeah, I decided not to go. So the conversation wraps up like this. The first person gets it, and the second person explains why they bailed. They say, brutal, I've been running around nonstop. Running around nonstop is such a great idiom. It just paints this perfect picture in your head, right? Of someone who's just incredibly busy, bouncing from one thing to the next without a single second to breathe. It's way more vivid than just saying, I was very busy. So we've seen what this language looks like, but how do you actually get better at hearing it? Well, let's get to the action plan. Here is a super simple 4-step training method you can start using like today. Think of this as your new workout routine. Step 1, find a little 20-second clip of a real conversation. Step 2, listen to it once, no subtitles allowed. Step 3, transcribe. Listen again and write down exactly what you think you hear. And step 4, this is the most important one, mimic. You have to say it out loud. Copy their speed, their rhythm, their melody. Your mouth needs to learn these new shapes just as much as your ears do. And that brings us to the last, and maybe the most important section. We have to totally change how we think about success when we're listening. The goal is not, I repeat, not perfection. This number right here, this is your new best friend, 70 to 80%. If you can understand this much of a fast, real conversation, that is a massive win. Seriously, forget about 100%. Even native speakers miss a word here and there. Your goal is to follow the flow of the conversation, not to catch every single syllable. And this right here is the whole point. Real confidence isn't about knowing every single word. It's about hearing, I was gonna, but I kind of bailed, and just getting it. Understanding the general idea without freezing up, without panicking. It's about staying in the game, staying in the conversation. So let's do a super quick recap. We broke down some seriously useful, real-world phrases today. This isn't textbook stuff. This is the English you're gonna hear out there every single day. So I want to leave you with this question. Because from now on, when you're in a conversation and you feel lost, it's not a failure anymore. It's not a reason to panic. It's just a training opportunity. It's a puzzle. And now you have the tools to start solving it.